Hey guys, it's Tira here, and today we're gonna talk about deployment. I have been wanting to put up more videos about the military and stuff like that. I just haven't gotten around to it, so I finally feel like it's time for me to start incorporating more military videos. So I think deployment is fitting because a lot of people go through deployments because it's a nice percent of, people that are military spouses, husband or wife. So we're gonna talk about deployment, and if you guys see me looking down, it's because I have my notes here. I put down notes and everything. I wrote them down because I didn't want to miss anything. But yeah, for any of you that don't know, my husband is in the Marine Corps, has been going on 7 years in August, and of the 7 years he's been in, we've only been married for 4. My husband and I have been together for 7 years, but we've only been married for 4 of these military years. So we have dealt with 2 deployments, and I'm hoping that's it, but you never know with the military. The first deployment that my husband went on, I moved into another state, so I moved from Ohio to North Carolina, and my husband left a month later. So, and he was gone for, he might have been gone maybe 7 months, I think. Lord, if I mess up, I'll put it in the video. I'm gonna say 7, but it could have been 9. But he left a month after I got down there, like I said, and he was gone. Okay, first thing I have right here: prepare yourself. And what I mean by prepare yourself mentally and in other ways, like financially. You know, if you guys think that it's gonna be like a struggle, if you don't budget, you definitely should budget and, you know, kind of fit some things together. But mentally prepare yourself. Get yourself prepared. And I know it's no type of way that you just gonna prepare yourself and, you know, be like, oh, he's gonna be gone or she's gonna be gone, I'll be fine. That's not gonna happen. But if you mentally prepare yourself and let yourself know, like, okay, they'll be leaving soon, it's coming up on the time that they'll be leaving, then I think it'll help. Because I think that first deployment, it was like I knew it was coming, but I wasn't ready, y'all. I was not ready. And I mean, granted, I was young too, but I just wasn't ready. So my first thing is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself mentally. Tell yourself, you know, it's gonna be okay. He'll be leaving soon, she'll be leaving soon, but they're gonna come back, you know. So prepare yourself. That's my first thing. So, okay, now we're gonna think about, okay, they're gone now. We're gonna start talking about stuff to do while they're gone. So the first thing I have here, get out of the house. That was one thing that I didn't do. I stayed in the house for a while, probably the first 2 months. I stayed in the house. Like, I didn't go anywhere. I would leave the house to go get groceries. And to be perfectly honest, if I could have had my groceries delivered, I probably would have had them delivered, because I got really depressed. So that's why I'm doing this video, because I don't want anyone else to go through what I went through. I hated that. I had never been like that before. Like, just didn't kind of want to eat. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to see anybody. So definitely get out of the house. That's another major thing. If all you're going to do is walk around the block, go and walk around the block for at least 15 minutes. You got out the house, you got some fresh air, you got some sunlight, you just got some fresh air, you know, to clear your mind. That's the first thing. Second thing, think positive. That's a big thing for me to say. For me to be telling y'all to think positive. Not that I'm a negative person. I think positive. But when your spouse is gone and they're deployed, maybe that's just me, but I like to compare shit to movies. If y'all don't know this already, I love movies. So I be comparing shit to movies. So I'm like, oh my God, you know, he about to, I don't even know if he gonna be fighting people and can't tell me, or I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. You're not over there. So think positive. Don't think negative, because guess what? It's only gonna make it worse. It's only gonna make the depression worse. If you are depressed, it's only gonna put you in a funk, or it will start to depress you, the fact that you're thinking negative thoughts. So don't do that. I have here, family is essential. And I understand that everyone doesn't have family, and we'll touch on that in the next one, but family is essential. I am so thankful for my family. During those 2 deployments, I had people come and visit, and that helped out a lot. Just looking forward to having somebody come see you, or you go and see them. But talking to my mom, you know, every day, my dad would call and check on me. Just family is essential. Just having them, someone to talk to and cry too, because that's a point I'm gonna touch on. It's okay to cry because you're gonna be sad. It's gonna be some days where you sad. This is your spouse. You're gonna miss them. You're worried about them. So it's okay to cry. But family is essential. Definitely keep in communication with family. Don't cut people off because you feel like, and I probably did that at the beginning, and I think my family could kind of tell, and that may be why they started calling me more, because they wanted to make sure that I was okay, because I'm a talker. So for me not to be calling my family, they probably like, what the hell is going on? But family for sure is essential. Okay, so for people who don't have any family, and I mean, granted, it probably is people who just don't have no family. So let's just say you don't have no family. Find some friends. And I know that's not easy. And people may be like, what you mean it's not easy? It's not easy making friends. Not people that you can truly depend on. And, but it's helpful. So, okay, a few ways to find friends. This was my next point. Either get a job, go to school, or volunteer somewhere. You are bound to meet someone at one of those three places. So for me, I got tired of sitting in the house, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go and find me a little job. Granted, I didn't need to work. I could have stayed at home and sat in the house the whole deployment. We would have been fine. But I'm an independent woman. I've always been independent. So I just needed to have something to do. And you know, I thought maybe getting out the house would be great. So I went and got me a job. My first little job when we moved to North Carolina. I worked at Edible Arrangements, and I loved it there. And I loved that it was such a small place, so it was like a little family there. I really enjoyed working there. So that was a big help too. I looked forward to going to work because I knew I was gonna see people that enjoy seeing me and I enjoy seeing. So work, like I said, or go to school. If you don't have any degrees, maybe this is the time. You have time, start school up. You know, go to school and if you starting at the bottom, getting your associates. I have my associates, and believe me, I would be the one to tell you. I used to back in the day be like, an associates, why would I go and do that? Not no more. I have my associates, and I'm working on my next degree, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now, okay? So go to school, and like I said, the third thing was volunteer. So if you don't want to work, you don't want to go to school, go volunteer somewhere. You know, it doesn't have to be at the homeless shelter or anything like that. It can be, because you may be bound to find somebody there. But maybe if you like kids, go volunteer at like a children's group or something like that, like a youth center, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's other adults there, so you're bound to find someone there too. So work, school, volunteer, okay? The next thing I'm touching on is cherish your communication with your spouse. And what I mean by that is when they call you or text you or email you, if you have the privilege of having communication, and you may even go back to the old days where people don't even, you probably like, letters, who write letters? Snail mail, as they call it. Appreciate that, cherish that, because you don't know when the next time they're gonna be able to call you. So the first deployment, my husband, where he was at, they had Wi-Fi. So he was able to call me. I was able to FaceTime him because we both have iPhones. I was able to FaceTime him. But the second deployment that he was on, I would go, my husband was on a MEU. And a MEU, if you guys don't know what that is the ship. So yes, my husband is in the Marine Corps, but when you go on a MEU, you on the ship. So you with Navy personnel. And it would be about 2 or 3 weeks that sometimes I wouldn't hear from my husband. Oh my God. Talk about on pins and needles, okay? Drove me nuts. And just when I would hear from him, even if it was an email, I'm just like, whew, I can breathe. So cherish your communication. That's not the time when they call. That's not the time to argue about something stupid that you thought, I thought about this. Let me tell him or her about such and such. That's not the time for that. It's not the time for that. Another thing, even with the communication, and you'll probably hear this from if you go to a pre-deployment brief, which most, at least for us, it was always a pre-deployment brief anytime my husband was going on a deployment. And I think I don't know if they're mandatory, but more than likely they're going to they want people to come. At the briefing, they'll tell you, try not to argue with each other. That's not the time to be arguing. Especially over petty stuff, and whatever you're arguing over is probably something petty and minuscule, so no need to argue. Enjoy each other's company. Talk about the highlight of each other's day. You know, don't, and I know it's hard. It sounds probably like, what you mean? Because I tell my husband everything, the good and the bad in my day. But when he was deployed, I would just try to tell him the positive. So, you know, I had a good day today. I made such and such arrangements and blah, blah, blah. Try to keep the positive. So, okay, little scenarios like maybe your tire went flat or something like that. See, now that my husband is here every day and stuff, like if my tire go flat, I'm calling my husband like, oh my God, the tire went flat or something like that, just for something stupid. You know, the tire went flat or a nail was in my tire or something like that. No, if he's deployed or she's deployed, you don't need to let them know the tire went flat. Why should they have to worry about something like that? Keep that to yourself. Little small stuff like that, keep it to yourself. Even though my husband is not the type, sometimes I tease him because I feel like he's stone cold. He don't have no heart or something because nothing bothers him. So that's good and that's bad. But he wouldn't get upset about that. Like, oh, you know, well, he wouldn't be worrying about that. But some people do. So, you know, it's no need to tell them that, you know, you got into a car accident unless, you know, you was injured or anything like that. But if you got into a little fender bender, maybe tell them when they get back. You ain't got to tell them right away, okay? So, definitely cherish your communication. Also with communication, I don't think I wrote that down here. This is one thing that people F up on and they'll fuck it up for everybody else. I like how I said F up and then I turned around and said fuck it up. Don't worry about that. Okay, communication. So what some people would do on the deployment that my husband was on, and this was on the second deployment, the Muse. So they were on the ship. So not only are they in the middle of the ocean, so connection is not that good anyways. But what people would do is abuse their power. So wives would get a call from their husband, and even though their husband wasn't supposed to tell them where they were, their husband, oh, you know, babe, we headed to South Africa, or, you know, we headed over to Europe or something like that. We'll be in Greece in the next couple of days and then we gonna port. Everybody want to get on social media. My husband just told me that they'll be in Europe. I just heard from my husband, and, you know, they said that they're gonna be in Africa. Why? Why you go on there and tell the whole world? Why did you post that? No, because guess what? You done fucked it up for me and you. So now I can't talk to my husband because you want to tell all your Facebook friends where they at. No, keep that to yourself. First of all, they more than likely aren't going to tell you, but it's some, you know, spouses that they close like that. They gonna tell each other. So if your spouse tell you where they are, don't fuck it up for everybody else. There's no need to post that on social media. You know, and let that be it. Because you will mess it up. So my point in bringing that up is someone did that while my husband was on the mute. And that was part of the reason why communication kept getting shut down. And I couldn't talk to my husband for 2 and 3 weeks at a time, is because people were going back telling their spouses where they were headed. The spouses put it online. And if the fro sees that, or anybody associated with your spouse's unit sees that, they cut communication. They're going to cut the computers so they can't send out emails. It's no phones automatically. I mean, it's some phones, it's a specific type of phone. I forget what it is, but people can use the phone to call. Some people, I think that's like for the higher ups, and they could be in the middle of the ocean and get reception or whatever. But they going to cut the phones, all of that stuff. Because you putting them in danger. It's people that look for the downfall of our military people. They going on and searching for stuff. And now here you is, Susie or James, that put where your wife or your husband about to be. Oh, they about to be in Europe, Greece or whatever, you know. And you done messed it up for everybody. Or somebody that's trying to hurt our military personnel. Now they know, oh, it's a ship coming in. We can plan an attack or anything. Don't do that. Cherish your communication. And don't share it with the fucking world. Keep it to yourself, okay? Okay. What else? Exercise. So for me, I started going to the gym, like I said, just trying to get out the house. So, okay, I got me a little job. Okay, now I want to stay out the house a little longer. So let me go to the gym. So I got me a gym membership before he left. That's why I was saying about prepare. Before he left. And I'm like, let me just go and work out. So I started going to the gym. I had to stop going to the gym because I was going so damn early. I was going to the gym when it was dark outside because I wasn't sleeping. So here it is 5 in the morning and I'm ready to go to the gym. So my mom actually used to be like, Tyr, oh my God, you wait, go to sleep. take a nap, do something. Go to the gym at 8 or 9 o'clock, or go at 12. Ain't nobody gonna be in there at 12. But so the reason I'm bringing up the gym is because it helps not only physically but mentally. You just relieving stress at the gym, and you don't have to be in there 2-3 hours. If you only go to the gym and could just go for a walk, that's somewhere else that you went for that day, you know. So go to the gym. I think exercise, or exercise period, not go to the gym, but you can exercise at home, but I'm trying to get you out the house. So yeah, go to the gym. And more than likely, it's gonna be a gym on base if you guys live on base. And if you don't live on base, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be close to the base, so you can drive to the base to go on gym. And if you don't wanna go to a base gym, sign up for a gym out in town, wherever you guys live. So exercise. What else I got here? I already kind of talked about this. I said I put down don't sweat the small stuff, and that kind of goes on play with, you know, if you get a flat tire, or if your headlight go out. You know, for girls, like, I don't know how to change no damn headlight, but guess what? I know how to call somebody who do know how to change a headlight. Okay, so don't sweat the small stuff. Don't let that little stuff bother you. Little stuff like that will get to you if you let it. Don't let it. Don't let it at all. This is a good one. I think I already touched on this, but I'm gonna touch on it again. It's okay to cry. Absolutely 100%. It's okay to cry. Some days you gonna wake up and you gonna be sad. Some days you may be happy at the beginning of the day, and then it just hits you in the middle of the day and you sad. It's okay to cry. Don't let it affect you to where you crying at work and people looking at, what's wrong with her? Don't let it do you like that. But if you get home and you just like, damn, here I am, home again by myself, shed a tear. Sometimes that helps. It helps to relieve stress. So it's definitely okay to cry. Right under crying, I have pray. Pray, pray, and pray. And no, like I said before, I'm not one of those people. I don't throw religion on people. If you are religious or if you spiritual, pray. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Go to church. Now see, I don't go to church. Y'all may be like, well, why are you telling me to pray? I still pray. I still talk to God. I still believe in God. And I read my Bible, but I don't go to church. But prayer helps. You know, you talking to, or talk to whoever you think you need to talk to. Whoever up there that you believe in, hey, talk to them. They'll listen. And like I say, if you feel like just talking to them is not enough, call your family, call your friends, talk to them. So definitely pray. It helps. You know, just release some of that stress. And sometimes I have been in the middle of praying and just started crying. So that's why those two are together, praying and crying, because they kind of go hand in hand. It'll be over soon. Remember that it's going to come to an end. And boy, when the end is near, it's just good. I used to have a little timer counting down the days. I couldn't wait. Oh, I was so ready. I was so excited. That's exciting, you guys, to look forward to the homecoming. So it sucks to see them leave, but it's so great to see them come home. You know what I'm saying? And granted, I didn't touch on people with children. I don't have children. So that's another thing. If you have kids, maybe get your kids in some extracurricular activities so you can do you can have some alone time by yourself. Kids will keep you busy. That's going to keep you company. I know some women who get pregnant right before their husbands leave because they know they don't want to be by themselves. I'm not one of those to do anything like that. But I mean, whatever floats your boat. Whatever. I mean, if you want to have a little piece of baby, you know, so you could be happy and you don't be bored, that's fine. You do what you do. But here we go. Okay, if you don't want no baby because that's too much, get your little pet. Okay, if it ain't nothing but a little goldfish, little fishy, you go home, you feed little fishy every day. You got somebody to keep you company. But I contemplated a couple of times getting a dog. I'm not a cat person, I'm a dog person. But I contemplated a couple of times getting a dog, but I kind of just will always be like, yeah, forget it. You know, kind of say forget it, so I never got one. But yes, definitely a pet. If you don't have any children, and like I said, family, those two are always going to keep you company. It's one thing that I left out, and I forgot to say, and this is going to be the last thing I say. Care packages. If you don't know what they are, you can look them up on Pinterest, on Google. Care packages, that's something for you to do, and it's something for them to look forward to. Definitely send care packages. Like, if you send one once a month, I think that's good. I think that's what I did, about once a month or something like that. And then once I started working, I think I sent like one every other month. Because from okay, like I said, I used to watch movies. I think everything is like a movie. In the movie, they make it seem like when the guys got the care packages, they couldn't get none of those snacks or, you know, any of the stuff that they used to. They couldn't get it where they was at. Half the shit my husband, I would send him, he would have it already. So that's why I didn't send as many. But it's gonna be based off of where your spouse is, their situation, where they going. But my husband looked forward to those care packages, and I would decorate the inside. I sent him one time, I sent him a care package, and I put a note on every item that was in the care package. It was just something for him to read, and it melted my heart when he came home and he had a notepad. He had took all the notes and put them on a piece of paper on the notepad, and he kept them. He kept them neat and nice and neat. They was all straightened out and flat. I was like, well, look at here. And it kept my little notes I wrote you. So that lets me know that that touched him, and that made him smile and made him feel good. So care packages, you guys, that's something, like I said, for you to do. You could be creative. You can make them a movie night care package. They may have movie night, or he or she may be watching movies on their computer or something like that. Make them a movie night care package where it's just nothing but movie themed stuff, candy, popcorn, just stuff for the movies. Make them a I love you care package, and it's nothing but red in there. You know, it can be red body wash, soap, and just all kind of stuff. Be creative. That's your time to be creative. And you sending it to your spouse, I don't think they're gonna judge you like, why the hell would you send me this? More than likely, they're gonna be ecstatic. They're gonna be so excited, like, oh my God, I got something. I think that's another thing that they look forward to. When they call and they're doing the mail call, they want to hear their name called. You know, they want to see that you wrote them. And sometimes even in the care packages, even when on the first deployment, like I said, I was talking to my husband. I think I wrote him a letter before, just letting him know, you know, I miss you, and just a bunch of stuff. Just wrote him a nice little letter. So you can still write letters and stuff. So that's definitely something to do, a care package. So because like I said, they always gonna look forward to that. But yeah, it ends. It's not forever. So it'll end, and when it is coming to an end, you're gonna be so excited. You're gonna be so ready. Like anytime it was about to be over for my husband, I would just be so excited. I would look forward to him coming home, make sure my hair was done, my makeup was cute, have my nails done, and just all kind of stuff. You just have something to look forward to. And with you not seeing your spouse for 6 months, some people will be deployed for a year. Bless you, okay? Because I don't know if I could have did that, because the second deployment, my husband was gone basically 10 months, I think, almost 10 months, and I was about ready to be like, why, Lord, just take me over there. Let me see him. Put me on the wall. Let me just see him real quick. But what was I saying? I lost what I was saying. Oh, just them looking forward to them coming home. You haven't seen them in so long, so you don't know. Like the first deployment, my husband looked completely different when he came home. Not completely different, but like he had bulked up. He had got kind of big because he said he spent his time. It was really nothing that they were doing, so he said he would just go to the gym. He said he was going to the gym twice a day. I could see it, and that was nice, okay? That was real nice. When he came home, I was like, okay, okay. You know, so I think y'all both gonna be looking forward to seeing each other, and you know, it's exciting when it's time for it to end, but it ends, and it will be okay, and you will be okay. Yeah, I hope that this helped. And I just hope that, you know, if you are going through deployment right now, I hope that you in a good space, you know, mentally. Like, don't let yourself get down, and don't let yourself get upset like that. And one thing that I forgot to mention is, if you feel like you can't talk to anybody, you can always go talk to someone on base, like a, you know, a therapist or something. And some people may be like, no, I don't want to do that, and that's fine. But I did on the first deployment. I went and talked to them, and it was about the deployment. You know, I'm here alone. I feel left. I feel alone. I'm lonely. I went and talked to somebody. You guys, that was a big help. So definitely think about that too. But that's it for that. So now we're gonna jump into the song of the day and the movie of the day. Okay. Anyways, the song for today. This song is good to me. She knows she did something to me when she put this out. It's Beyonce. I know you like, oh, bitch, everybody talk about Beyonce. But Beyonce, All Night Long. Oh, Take Me. That song is good. Like, oh, it's just so good. Beyonce. Yeah. Sing to me all night long, Beyonce. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then the movie for today is Inside Out. Have you guys seen Inside Out? And I think that that is fitting for this video, since we were talking about deployment and your emotions are everywhere. Inside Out is about emotions, okay? So I think you should go watch Inside Out, and I think you should listen to All Night Long if you haven't heard it. I'm pretty sure you have, but if you haven't, I mean, you sleeping, okay? You really sleeping. But anywho, that's it for today, you guys. I hope you liked the video, and make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know if you've dealt with a deployment, if you're going through a deployment, or you know, if you have any more questions about things. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I do know that different branches may work differently. Like I said, my husband is in the Marine Corps, so I think everything is kind of the same. But you know, if you, like I say, you have any questions, leave them down below. And I also have an email in the description box if you want to give me, you know, a question or a scenario type situation and ask for advice on stuff, and I'll try to help you the best that I can. But I hope you like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.